Cali, my dealer supplied it. That supersonic chronic got me higher than most. Dog, I'm on my P's and Q's till I'm popping on both coasts. From Cali to Queens, they want it like fiends. They can't overlook me no more. That's my shine. Come up off that. Lyrics got 'em moving now. World's Fair, I got it on my back until we on the map. This New York at its finest, kid. I keep it real and tell it like it is. I ain't the prettiest nigga, but I flow so smooth to make a dyke bitch turn straight. Meet her on a Friday, she sucking dick on Friday. Fried Joe, that high grade. Catch me nice off Henny swerving on the highway. I'm sorry that I'm so raw. Adidas dirty, man, I'm fresh home from 2 tours. I'm spitting bars until I'm lifting Testarossa doors. This is it, huh? Lucini everywhere, yo, Twelvyy, let's get rich now. I'm trying to see the world, my nigga. I'm about to come up. I'm trying to touch $1 million plus.
Yeah, I need a plate, need a crib by the lake, need the fan by the gate, couple mil in my safe.
I need to find and smoke a crib for my moms, an imprint, and put my whole team on. The cash out,
right? We need a blank check. I should have been a tape deck. Crib so far, got a tape jet. Fly out, shit. I spilled the Chrissy on my Rick, ashes on my rap. Trying to smoke up on the gas, got me fucking up the swag. Looking French like new edition. Shit, flashes from the past, doing acid in the past. Then I'm spazzing in the lab, then it's habit going back. Masterpiece, he ain't masterful. Ask for peace, all blast the few. My accolades are radical. My mafioso. Been thuggin' since the 90 Ocho. I'm grimy loco with a fofo, better let your bro know. I'm like a dojo with the kicks, I get them shits for promo. The vid is slow-mo, I represent like Sonny Bono. Positive ways, poppin' for my popular ways. Glock in my waist, near nigga stopping my chase. Got drive like a V12, in the wave like a seashell. Niggas couldn't see that. I'm double loaded, triple deadly, nigga gripping heavy. This Machiavelli mixed with belly, save it to yourself. This bigger belly in some bundles, man, we keep it heavy. On the Verrazano, pitching like a Mariano. Me and Remy suited up like Italiano. Bunch of bitches bringing massive bottles.
Oh, that's real shit. The bitches in my section right now trying to holler at a real nigga. Remy holler at me, yeah.
I'm trying to see the world, my nigga. I'm about to come up. I'm trying to touch $1 million plus.
Yeah, I need a plate, need a crib by the lake, need the fan by the gate, couple mil in my safe.
I need to find and smoke a crib for my moms, an imprint, put my whole team on. The cash out,
right? We need a blank check. I should have been a tape deck. Crib so far, got a tape jet. Fly out. Modern kingpin to the weekends. Pressure audible and like a defense. My efforts lay on making you pay. Singing you die and looking that's every day. The forecast for the black car crash. Watch the rhythms on both sides. You just give us off in the mold. As God say, back to halos with Jesus and Legos. Using the light and blizzy. Nowadays, count my pesos on the top of the mountain. 4 a.m. and I'm counting. Blessings, toast, steam, vegetables. Roast smell like a festival. The running sponsor, the fire starter. Lead the buyers in the frenzy. Martyr, the epilogue that you rise. I be beside you, let me get in that top 5. These monologues telling my future before your eyes. They figured that I would quit when my mama died. Too late to villain stuff in their face. That slow race collecting crumbs off plates. I trust so much I broke my fucking ego. Faceplant and San Bernadino. Tonight we higher than Patino. Checking cities off the bucket list. You stuck with this, that cold man rap got you through something shit. I trust so much I broke my fucking ego. Faceplant and San Bernadino. Tonight we higher than Patino. Checking cities off the bucket list. You stuck with this, that cold man rap got you through something shit. What? Finally some shit for me to swag on, you know. Ducking shorties like we used to do to hold the witness, loafing with the vision, left you wishing like Jesus. Control shit like the Sims. Don't ever nap or hit me happening. Rap without the antics, regular nigga pen. Pray to the mantis, she dancing no different. Serve boys, trying to get hard. All aboard to my site with the freedom writers, cause justice gon' be deciphered. The open mind, did it this time. Spread out the shock, will put my magic in. Sharpie the pins, loaded with gems like an Ozzy brother. Sublime, but a line niggas resemble God to get met this body. I crashed the party. We came for nothing, began the sausage to me was potty. The young boy ran free, then murdered everybody. Lost his mind in the midst of peace. Clutching on his no app. Brother top to work in front of me. He said it's Prozac. Nickel plated red pill cap song. See what he thinking like he got her. Got it. Why? I trust so much I put my fucking ego. Faceplant and San Bernadino. Tonight we higher than Pacino. Checking cities off the bucket list. You stuck with this. That grown man rap got you through sucker shit. I trust so much I broke my fucking ego. Faceplant and San Bernardino. Tonight we higher than Pacino. Checking cities off the bucket list. You stuck with this. That grown man rap got you through sucker shit. Nigga. That grown man rap got you through sucker shit.
All right, okay, let's take a step back.
Alright, yo, welcome to the Brownstone Powwow, Bronzebird Night and the Pheasants. You dig? So, look, yo, like, you know how I do. You know, I get my reflections for a little bit, and then I go ahead and I'll open up the panel to anybody who want to speak. You see, I had maybe 2 or 3 topics tonight, like, I was going to let off. But, like, all of that got avoided, right? Because I was, alright, so let me give y'all a background. So, you know, I'm rolling around the city of this, that, and the third today, exercising, biking, whatever, you know what I mean? So, I peeped that they have a show called Harlem, right? And so I thought it was the same show by that same name that features 4 so-called black women as protagonists, right? But this show is different because it just came out, I believe, December the 3rd. So, the reason I'm bringing this up tonight is because I've been hearing the conversations about hoes is winning for a streak week in the so-called manosphere. I just watched a video where where some woman was just getting on some guy. I think his name is Space Ghost Perp, that rapper from that used to be rolling around with ASAP Mob and his crew, and about how he made threats towards that content creator Sinji. So obviously, you're starting to see misogyny and misandry happen on both sides, and where I'm just literally tired because I'm not understanding the point when both of y'all are obviously heterosexual and y'all like each other. Y'all sound stupid as hell.
So, getting back to what I was going to talk about, I peeped this show. Hold up. I peeped the Billboard first, and then they have a clip on World Star Hip Hop that I'm about to show you guys, in which I got a little irritated because I'm like, the setting was in a barbershop, and I guess the director of this show, the screenwriter, was trying to emulate what a typical day in a barbershop is like. So it's supposed to be a female customer, and there's a male barber on the right, across the hall. Not across the hall, but across the shop, that's supposed to be making sexual references, sexual jokes, whatever you want to call it, about how he pipes some girl and this, that, and the third. So this is the reason I got irritated. The show is written by a woman. And I'm not, look, that's not a problem. I understand. Look, listen, if you have a good show, you have a good show. The problem I have is when you start obviously putting overt misandry in your show, trying to say this is what you brothers speak like when you're in a barbershop. And then homeboy said safe space. Yo, I've never, look, my whole entire years of living, I ain't never been to no barbershop brothers was using words that liberals use, or these feminists or whatever. I ain't never heard that shit a day in my life. Brothers, if you in this chat right now, have you ever went to a barbershop and dudes was talking about safe space and going into a bar? I've never heard no barber. I've never heard no barber in the history of my life ever say the barbershop is a safe space for brothers. I've never heard that. Never ever a day. I've never heard that. It's just crazy to me because I'm sitting here like, yo, there's one primary thought that goes in my head, and I'm gonna shut up so I can show y'all this clip. I'm gonna share my screen soon so y'all can get an understanding of what I'm talking about. This literally, like, hold on, let me shut up. I'm gonna share the screen so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. Let me load it up right now. I'm about to load it up because this is crazy. Hold on. All right, y'all see the screen, right? So peep this. I'm about to show y'all right now what I'm talking about. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all can hear me? I'm good. There's no background, there's no echoes. I'm gonna just play it.
Skeeted in her face.
Hold on.
Skeeted in her face and anything like rah, rah, rah. Look, I'm telling you, these hoes busted wide open for a 6-piece nugget.
Yo, hold on, y'all. Let me go back so y'all can hear what this dude said. First of all, look at this dude's whole gesture, fam. He's literally cutting his neck to make little slide distance to the woman that's in the barbershop chair with the guy cutting her hair. I ain't never seen that shit. Yo, listen, I've never seen this. Yo. This is what it says on the tweet. It says they'll go to any length and all lengths to portray our men in a negative light. The fact that a Malcolm okayed this is icky. Bros don't even be talking like this. We don't talk like this. This is some bullshit.
Skeeted in her face and anything like rah.
Hold on, you guys can hear it? Can you guys hear it? Oh, facts, bro. Goddamn. My fault, bro. I got you. I'm gonna look at the email. So, yo, just peep this. Can y'all hear the video though? Can y'all hear it? Can put a one in the chat if y'all can hear the video. Hold on. Shit. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to wait for something. Okay, I'm straight now. I just had to look at something. Okay, we good.
Look, I'm telling you, these hoes busted wide open for a 6-piece nugget. No fries.
Yo, you gonna handle this?
He's new. You don't know the rules.
Homeboy said, hold on. Look what this homeboy said.
You gonna handle this?
He's new.
No fries.
Yo.
Open for a 6-piece nugget. No fries.
Son tried to say, shorty, you're twerking for a 6-piece nugget like you in Crown Fried Chicken. Anybody know who Crown Fried Chicken is? It's a popular restaurant chain in New York. And it's usually in the hood. But like, what?
Yo, you gonna handle this?
He's new. You don't know the rules.
Yo, Aunt, chill. We got a lady present.
Maybe the lady shouldn't try so hard to look like a dude. Barbershop's a safe space?
You're not using the term safe space correctly, dumbass.
Yeah, well, she just laying there.
And who the fuck says safe space? No barber in the history of fucking barbershops ever said safe space. What the fuck?
They all nutted
Oh
on
my
this
God.
shit.
Yo, CJ, please, get your boy.
Todd, what can I do? Aunt's family.
I've been coming here for years.
We been, but me and Aunt are family. He's my mom's sister's son's nephew. We cousins, Todd.
So anyway, I want the titty fuck the hoe, right? And then suddenly I realized Shorty got one titty bigger than the other.
Fuck this. I'm out.
Yo, look, listen, this is why I started laughing, because I've never heard this shit. Yo, this show is named Harlem, okay? This show is named Harlem. I've never heard no dude ever really snap his neck to cut ass on a random female customer in a barbershop. I've never heard that shit. Like, who, what? Like, yo, when I saw that, that's when I knew that Harlem is definitely gentrified. I don't give a damn if it was a so-called black woman that wrote this shit. This is a whole cap. Like, if you don't understand what it's like to be in a barbershop, then why you emulating what it's like to be in a barbershop? Because easily I can pull the liberal card and say that you're appropriating barbershop culture, but that'd be a real dickish thing to say. And I don't want to say that because it's not even in my vernacular. I don't even want to speak like that. That's just, why would I say that? Like, I really want to be a dick and go on Twitter and go directly to who's responsible for directing this show and say, you're appropriating barbershop culture. I'm dead serious because I've never heard anything like this, guys. And I mean, like, yo, type of one in the chat if you agree with me, yo. I've never seen this before. This is fucking crazy. Like, this lady really took the, who okayed this shit? Because I have to wait for the responses and see who okayed, because they said a Malcolm okayed this. I don't know who okayed it. I guess a so-called black man okayed it, but still, like, this was from a so-called black woman who directed this show. This show came out yesterday on Netflix. Fam, what the fuck? If you've never been in a barbershop, why would you say shit like that? Listen, in case to those that don't understand that, maybe you've never been in a barbershop, maybe you don't know what it's like in a so-called black barbershop, maybe you haven't seen the film Barbershop with Ice Cube, Cedric the Entertainer, Eve, and this, that, and the third from 2002, and then the rendition, a second one came out in 2004, and then they had the trash ass one that came out in 2013 with Nicki Minaj. Dudes don't speak like that in a barbershop. I really need people to really understand who talks like that. Yo, if homeboy ever said that in a barbershop, especially in Harlem, he's getting checked automatically. Dude's gonna be like, yo, hold up, what the fuck? Yo, why you speaking like that? Watch your mouth, yo. Like, we got people in here. There's people who come up in here with their kids. We got women in here. Yo, respect the women. Dudes don't talk about this shit overtly in a barbershop. Why the fuck are you motherfuckers capping? And I'm not even, and the thing about it is, y'all, I'm not even tight. I'm not even mad. I'm just sitting here laughing the whole entire way through because the shit is funny. It's funny for the fact of the matter, they tried so hard to pull a misandry on so-called black men. And this is why you know it's hunting season for so-called black men. Because thank you, Psycho Candy. You know what I mean. We, like, bro, I know you've been to a barbershop. We don't talk like that. We don't talk like that. So it's amazing to me that I see a show where this guy is going over the top talking about a sexual encounter. I've never heard that going to a barbershop. And to add, in addition to this though, it's not rare, but it's not common for me to see so-called black women or women in general go to the barbershop to get a haircut. I'm just being real. Maybe y'all disagree, maybe y'all agree. It's not a common thing. So I'm just sitting here stuck like, this is the stuff that they was, this is, who the fuck, hold on. This is the stuff I want to know. Who the fuck did this director talk to in order to have the conversation about the barbershop. And this is where I get into the whole entire thing where I get ticked off a little bit about the whole entire barbershop conversation. Because you know when something is not mainstream, but we all know about it because it's an urban legend and we just know it as people, like it's not necessarily the culture, but we just know it's an innate thing that happens in a particular community. Then when it gets publicized and then when it gets like mainstream, all of the Yo, Psycho Maker said Jussie Smollett is a barber now. You stupid, bro. He said Jussie Smollett. Yo, Psycho, you crazy, yo. But like my thing is, when the whole entire barbershop thing came up, right? When they started having a podcast in the barbershop, when they started making conversations about the barbershop, I didn't get offended, but I was just like, okay, this is kind of corny. Because you don't need to brag about the barbershop. You don't need to talk about the barbershop. The barbershop is the barbershop. When you go in there as a so-called black man, you're not just going in there. Oh, what? Why am I getting these responses late? Oh, okay, cool. Glad you can hear it. So what I'm saying is, when you go into the barbershop, you just, as a so-called black man, you're going in there to get your hair cut. You're in there to hear debates, and you're in there to just take in the environment. Brothers is just in a realm. A bunch of so-called black men, maybe it's Afro-Latinos or Latinas, we'll keep it at that. But we have an understanding it's just brothers. And brothers could be Afro-Latinos. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to exclude Latinos out the conversation. But when have we ever directly had a big-ass conversation making sexual innuendos and directly saying overtly shit while in the presence of a female in a shop? We've never said that. We've never said that shit. So it's like, why, like, the whole entire ploy of y'all trying to do this misandry shit towards so-called black men is so vague and so immature. But then I sit back and I say, I'm not mad because this is why I know that they're just doing it on purpose. You know what I mean? And I mean, you know, brothers can get irritated. It's like, I don't even get irritated by it anymore. I just laugh at it. It's like, yo, y'all are reaching like a motherfucker, man. And I know I'm getting ratchet and this, that, and the third, but this is true. Like, yo, I go to the barbershop. So I'm like, I know what we talk about. Like, I used to tune out as a teenager when they talked about sports because I don't watch sports. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch football. I'm not into those things, right? I'm just naturally not. But I would appreciate dudes that would get into conversation about sports because we get adamant about what we like as men. You know what I mean? When we get into conversation about dating, first of all, my barber used to ask me, yo, how's school? How's this? How's that? Yo, you going to college? You doing this, that, and the third? Like, stop trying to play so-called black men like we don't have positive conversations in the barbershop, fam. I don't know who you are. You one of those, like, you got a bachelor's or a master's degree, miss. Like, stop trying to clown my brothers, yo. Stop trying to clown my brothers like we stupid like that. We don't talk like that in the barbershop. So for you to say all that and direct that scene, that's out of pocket. You were wrong for that. But again, don't take it as Bronzebird being offended. I'm not offended. I'm just laughing at it because it's like y'all really took it over the top. It wasn't necessary. But I mean, at the end of the day, I already know y'all was going to do it, so I expect it now. You know what I mean? But otherwise than that, the show Harlem is out now on Netflix. I think Megan Good is in it. Megan Good still look good. I think how old is Megan Good? Megan Good is in her late 30s or early 40s. Because Megan Good still look good. I don't know that shit that's supposed to be going on with her husband. I don't care. She still look good though. So I'm going to just throw the link out there for now. But I'm going to get the conversation into talking about why dudes I don't know why dudes got into the conversation about hoses winning this week. And then I seen this bullshit clip about Brittany Renner. And about how Deion Sanders sat out there and had a whole entire trying to teach dudes the game about how not to get finessed by women like Brittany Renner. Like, so this is where I'm at odds. Did Brittany Renner clown herself? Or was it a fact of the matter that she was trying to teach a valuable lesson about looking out for predatory women when it comes to the NBA? Because let's be real. When dudes in the NBA is sleeping with willy-nilly random ass... Oh yeah, bro. Wagner, fam. Bro, back in the day, man, we used to remember her from Cousin Skeeter. And we remember her from that movie Ease by You that came out in 1997. Remember when she was like 12 years old in that film? And she was co-starring with Jussie Smollett's sister. I remember that, yo. Cousin Skeeter. Yo, you knew, but we already knew Megan Good was gonna look good. Then around 2005, when she was in that movie Stomp the Yard with I was about to say Christopher Long. That's not his name. The dude that I forgot the dude's name, but Christopher Short, I think his name is. But we already knew, Megan Good was gonna glam up, man. She still looked good. In her late 30s, early 40s. Shit is crazy. That's when you get that definition, black don't crack. But get into this conversation about Brittany Renner, Kevin Samuels, and the whole entire dating thing. Nobody really saw when I did a video about I did a live stream earlier this week in which I was just calling out primarily so-called black men about their role in the manosphere, about having frivolous conversations about hoes is winning. And in this concept about hypergamy and about how, like, oh, women is this, women is that. Like, I don't understand with brothers, man. And I'll just throw the link out just for now in case anybody wants to come up and contribute to the conversation. It don't even have to be about this, whatever's on your mind, of course. But the thing I didn't understand in this conversation about Brittany Renner is no different from the other women that's plotting and scheming on men in the NBA, the music industry, and other places in the sports world. See, what I appreciate about Brittany Renner, she's honest about it. She doesn't have to lie. She doesn't try to be spiteful and, try to be like, oh, well, no, it's not like that and blah, blah, blah. She keeps it real. She's like, yeah, so what? And why y'all getting at me? This is how I am. Y'all know this is how I was when y'all met me. So I can literally say, I bet. At least I can respect that. And I can be like, yo, that's her shit. I'm not going to even get mad about it. But Deion Sanders, really though? Low key, really though? Like, I wasn't, like, it's like trying to teach men how to be careful of women who's plotting and scheming. Just like there could be men who plot and scheme on women, without a shadow of the doubt. I didn't understand what was the point and what was the purpose of the whole entire thing. Then get into this conversation about hoes is winning. First of all, if you're going to go with the idea of prostitution and go about hoes, that's happened centuries. There's always been quote-unquote hoes or gardening tools in society. Whether it be this society, whether it be the last society, whether it be the society about before that, it's always been hoes. So the concept of saying hoes is winning, there's always been paying customers when it came to a woman acting very seductive. That's always been a thing. So brothers want to get mad about women having OnlyFans, but at the end of the day, we already knew that was going to happen. A woman knows exactly what her body is for. She knows that she could use her body to manipulate a man or get a man to go to her whimsical nature. It is what it is. There's women out there that can't help that they have a nice body, and I'm not going to fault them for that. They don't even try to appear to be sexy, but they just are what they are, right? So what the fuck was the point of having a conversation about hoes is winning? We got into this conversation about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. I've been said Kim Kardashian is a hoe. But a fellow YouTuber says she's more than that. She's a witch. In which you have to understand a lot of the dudes in it, a lot of people, practically everybody in the industry is performing some type of demonic ritual or involved in the craft when it comes to these spiritual type of ideas and places. Now, this is actually what I found funny because I might do a video on this week. I was gonna escape on the issue. I was gonna try to get into the issue about maybe I should talk about it, maybe I shouldn't talk about it because I could be blocking my blessings if I talk about it. But I was going to get into the conversation about rappers or artists that have animals in their name. And who I was going to start off with was Doja Cat. And so I was going to, because I like Doja Cat's music. I like Doja Cat, I like certain songs that she has. Not every song, but there's certain songs that I like that she has because it's pretty cool. I just like how she is. But I was just like, I was going to touch on her first, and then I was going to talk about any other artists out there that has animals and see why did they come up with that name, and why do they have that? Because it comes from a different entity. You know what I'm saying? That's why I believe in spirits. I believe in spirituality a lot. So for me, it's like I want to learn that so we can get to the nitty gritty about stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's my odds on that. But I could show you. Hold on. Like I was seeing this shit today, y'all. Like I just really want to share this with y'all. I was seeing this shit today. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy, yo. Check this out. So y'all know about Doja Cat, obviously, right? So I want y'all to peep something. Peep something real quick, yo. Check this out. I'm gonna share my screen again. So let me show y'all this. So you know how you have Doja Cat, right? So I was looking at this stuff like, cause I noticed that there are a lot of Pan-Africans that get into this conversation about goddesses and all this other stuff. So check this out. I want y'all to peep exactly where I'm coming from with this. So you have Doja Cat. And so I'm going to be doing a little bit more research to understand the idea of Bastet. And so we're going to log into this right now. Doja Cat, the reason she calls her Doja Cat, what is her program and what is she supposed to denote? So check this out. The goddess Bastet in the cult of feline deities in the Nile Delta. The fascinating and sometimes exotic character of ancient Egyptian religion finds its perfect symbolization in the feline goddess Bastet. In countless museums and exhibitions, we meet her depicted as a seated cat with a varying divine iconography. I can't read that shit. Such as a scarab on her head. Okay, whatever. In an emotionless yet vigilant pose, easily seen on real cats, the beautiful divine Bastet typifies an ancient world of mysterious beliefs. Now, all right, y'all still hear me? I want to know if my joint is still acting up. If it is, just let me know. All right, I'm good. Bastet, lioness and cat. Bastet's main cult location is Bubastes, an important city in the southeastern Nile Delta. But the earliest attestations of Bastet comes from the galleries under the famous step pyramid of Djoser in Saqqara near Memphis. Thousands of sherds of stone vessels from burials of the Second Dynasty around 28 BCE was discovered there. Some have short inscriptions mentioning deities, including a Bastet depicted as a female with the head of a lioness plus priest, and a possible cult place in Bastet in Memphis. Okay. It might be that Bastet was originally a deity of the royal residence and, judging from the etymology of her name, a derivation of the name of the ointment jar. I don't know what that says. Perhaps a goddess connected to royal regalia, merging the concept of a deity with a protective ointment. The protective and mighty nature of a divine lioness would have a fit royal ideology. So this is real quick because I don't want to give the spoil away to what I'm trying to dig up on these files this week, guys. But it's just something that I wanted to, I was like, I'm interested in learning why people, certain artists abide by having pets as their niche or having it in their name. So Doja Cat, DMX, and like a couple of other like artists out there that I'm like really trying to understand. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So Wagner says last week should have been called If Hoses Are Winning Week. Ramil killed that subject. What do you mean by he killed that subject though? Like, was it like you agreed with it, or that he basically just leveled it down to the point it didn't need to be discussed anymore, Wagner? Because that's what I'm trying to understand, bro. Because I don't think it's necessary. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm about to pin the link. It's a pin. All right. It's pinned. Okay. So going back to what I'm saying, I'm waiting for your reply, bro. Because I don't know what you mean by that. Like, he killed that subject. Like, was it like, yo, we already discussed it, it's over? Because it carried on to another week. Oh, you agreed with him that Hose is winning. Yeah, hoes is winning. But then it got into a conversation about females in the space, though. Then it got into a conversation about none else than Jessica X, then Sister George, and then like somehow they mentioned Melody, but Melody, they was like, oh, all these women y'all praise and they don't cam up and this, that, and the third, but y'all worshiping them and this, that, and the third. Like, look, what I start to notice is men don't really be talking about, they don't really preach what they be preaching about. They say all this shit, but they don't really mean it. See, at least I can live at peace, knowing the fact of the matter, I have no problem going on women's panels and saying the exact same thing that I always say. I don't change my opinion. I don't change my words. I've never tried to holler at Jessica X. I've had conversations with her. You know what I'm saying? She's cool. I don't like mention her name all the time because she's a content creator and I'm a content creator too. And then it gets into this conversation about camming up and all this other shit. Like, if you're new to the space, fam, don't say shit about dudes ain't really real men if they don't cam up. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. If you don't know how it goes down, you just don't know. Right? So why have that conversation if you just don't know? You've never been there. You've never understood exactly how things go. Like, we talk shit in the chat. That's what we do. You know what I mean? So the whole entire hoes is winning part, I'm just sitting here like, bro, like, what else is there to discuss? We talk about the same thing every week. Then for some odd reason, you have some of these community niggas that come around, and then they want to have a conversation about, oh, well, you know, us as men, we have to build for our women. We have to do this. We have to make sure we doing our part so that the women, blah, 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 and this, that, and the third. It got into a conversation about weave. Shout outs to Wacky World of OTV. Because it was his panel we was having a conversation about that. And when I did that live, the live earlier this week that I put on private, that's mainly what I was trying to talk about. I was making a response from that. Because I was getting sick and tired of hearing dudes talk all this pro-blackity black shit and sit up there talking about we got to do right by our queens. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. And I'm not saying it's all so-called black women. I'm not trying to get into that whole convo. But like, yo, I'm not about to sit up there and be disrespected, yo. And then you expected me to carry out this job when it should be about self first. Brothers is not even seeking a real treatment to help themselves. So how are you going to sit up there and talk about, well, you know, they spend all this money on these weaves and these wigs, so, you know, we got to do this and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, you can't get mad at a group of women who decide to wear that shit. Number one. Number two, yes, it's true that other races of women wear it, but you don't like them because that's not how their hair usually looks, right? You can obviously tell it is not real or if it's real hair. That's why I don't like getting to these conversations about weaves no more, because dudes that have a whole field day and they'll just be wanting to get their shit off, and I'm over that shit, yo. I'm truly over it. Like, I'm not in the mood to be discussing that no more. You know what I mean? And I forgot because there was another conversation I was going to bring up tonight. But I mean, like, whoever, if y'all come on a panel, we'll discuss maybe I might bring it up in conversation, but I don't know. I forgot. It was on my mind, but I forgot where it's at. I feel like it's like a dementia-ridden thing, but it's all good. But like I said, the whole entire conversation about hoes is winning. It's like, what do you mean by that? Now, are you subjectively saying that all women is hoes, all women are prostitutes, all women is this, that, and the third? Because I know that's not true. You know what I mean? That's not a true statement. That's not something that is, like, I can't say all women is hoes. Are they affected by the whore culture? Yes, they are. Even subjectively or whatever, they are affected by the whore culture. Just like the men are affected by the whore culture. You understand? Like, this then gets to my conversation, which I can reel this back to the brother in the Harlem video, in which brothers be so excited to get some coochie, and I'm just sitting here like, coochie is not water. Like, okay, I understand we all like to have sex, we all like to do this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. We like to do that. I like sex too. You know what I mean? But if it's an agreement between you and that woman, just let it be an agreement between you and that woman. I understand brothers don't like when women is passed around. I mean, shit, men No, they don't like dealing with women that's passed around because it's not special pussy anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like, and even women that look at women that's been holding around like, yo, girl, something's wrong with you. You know what I mean? Like, I like to explore these different things, but this goes into my synopsis. Hold on. Wagner talking shit. I see you, Wagner. You talking shit. I'm gonna pull up your comment in a second, bro. You already started. I see you. Hold on. The hoes are the industry thoughts and those that follow it. Well, yeah, that is true, Bronze. Because the thing about it is, of today, I started looking at this from just a regular, like, surface level information. Like, yeah, you do have the whole culture that's going on, but then we have to think about how does this, like, how about this spiritually, though? You know what I mean? That's the reason I brought up Bastet and why I thought about Doja Cat in mind, because I was already getting this like download from this video I was watching earlier for YouTube today about the symbolism of a lot of these music videos and what do they represent. And I always wonder why Doja Cat called herself Doja Cat. And I was thinking about, like, let's not get into the idea, cat is supposed to be another way of saying pussy and a vagina and this, that, and the third. Like, nah, like, I'm trying to think deeper than that. You know what I mean? So, let me read Wagner, because Wagner's talking shit. Let's see what this dude said. He said, I bet you be hopping in melodies, you know, you like those spicy chicks, Bronze. Hopping in melodies DMs. Now, Wagner, we are not going to start with that, all right, brother? I don't be hopping in Melody's DMs, all right? Like, she showed me love. She showed me love, actually, in one of my Brownstone powwows, like, in the comment section, because she wanted me to come on a powwow where they was having a discussion about something. And, okay, Wagner, you want to know if I hopped in her DMs? If I ever hopped in her DMs, it was for show suggestions. I ain't never hopped in that girl's DMs for anything else but to talk to her about her YouTube channel. If you must know, I don't be hopping in these chicks. Yeah, you know you try to clown me, bro. Get out of here, man. You try to clown me, kid. You stupid. So he's like, a lot of niggas don't even know how to get deep into the women just beyond sex. And ironically, I wish that the brother Joey the Serpent was here, because we was touching on that on the panel last. You was on the panel for that. Actually, Bronze, you was there for that, in which Serpent was actually touching on that. A lot of dudes just think it's about me when it comes to getting this nut. See, I think that, in my opinion, maybe it's a woman on here that can touch on that. Maybe she can't. I don't know. A woman, to me, is sophisticated when it comes to sex, because we have to talk about the numerous nerve endings in a woman's clitoris. We have to talk about how there's all these different things inside of a woman to achieve her maximum orgasm, in which she actually can have multiple orgasms. Men, we're stimulated by basically the head of our penis, our phallus. And so when we nut and we ejaculate, that's us. We climax that one time, tap out. I need a break for a second. I need a second to calm down because I'm tired. And you know what? This is why you know that women are more sophisticated when it comes to sex than men. You ever had sex and, like, it really just got like you was like really tired? I got you in a second, JMANz. It really got tiring afterwards. Like, it just was like, yo, you're like really tired. You need like a nap. Like one of those type of ordeals, right? Yeah, I'll get to the other comment later. Oh, look at this cockanoid on the panel. You not for the nation, bro. What's going on?
Bronzebird. Don't be like that, Bronzebird.
You're not for the nation, bro. I can't do this.
You gotta spread your feathers and fly for the nation of domination.
No. But you're not for the nation, bro. You are ivory. No, you are ivory. You're an enemy in my eyes. You understand?
Oh, look at my background, Bronzebird. What color really is it? It's black. You can't deny me of my black background.
You're only black in the dark, okay? We still see your ivory. We still know your ivory self, you cockanoid.
but I'm also black when I'm walking around at night too. Because don't you see? All of us are black in a way.
Yeah, right. You're still an ivory. You're beige in a dark time, Mr. I want to be brother.
Yeah, well, I really want to be a brother.
You can't be a brother. You're not in the nation.
I am in the nation. The
United Nations.
The United Nation, brother.
What's going on, J-Mans? Oh, man.
Nothing much, man.
What's
Oh,
going
God,
on?
I just got through laughing something really hard. You know, it's really hard to talk, but that's, you know. But how's things going on your end, man?
Oh, I mean, it's regular stuff. You know what? I'll probably put in the PC. I was trying to get the private powwow thing going on again with you know all the ladies that was on with us last time, but it was just like they always talk about they busy. So I was like, damn, like whenever they can make it is whenever they can make it. But I'll probably have it like next Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's been regular stuff. I mean, look, listen, to be honest, J-Mans, I don't know what you said last week, but you was on some real you was on fire last week. I'll admit that. You was saying some shit. I think it was ITB stream, and I was just on the train listening, and I was just like, damn, you going at Arthur, yo.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, well, thing is, I don't usually go off like that unless if I'm provoked, and you have to know me that once I get provoked, I mean, like, come on now, you're the one who brought the pain delivering to you verbally. You know what I mean?
But what was it that Arthur said or did that like pissed you off? Because I've been trying to understand the argument for a long time, and I know ZTB. Like every time I see ZTB, no lie, like he'll make a stream, and it like Arthur gets into the conversation. So I'll be like, what the hell is going on? Like, what's the deal?
Well, the thing is, the reason why I have an issue with Arthur is simply this. I did not appreciate the way how, he laughed at someone's joke about Kevin Daddy's deceased father. Kevin's father has been deceased for like a couple of years by now. And the fact that, that someone's making a joke out of it and then other people are starting to, make mockery of it too, like saying they're making their names look like I'm snorting Kevin Daddy's father's ashes. Like, as if it were cocaine and whatnot. And then there's other people that were dissing his father and they didn't even know him, like other people that we know. And so that's why I cut ties with certain people who did that. I already cut ties with someone that already, crossed the line with me and try to, make me look bad. But all the same, all I did was just stick up for my friend. That was it. Because I know what that's like, having my debt exploited just for people to make fun of, and yet it's not cool.
Right, and I get that because it's like a boundary being pushed. You know what I mean? I understand like we could roast each other, and we could make fun of each other, but like when you bring like family members into it, especially they're deceased, that's just out of it.
Yeah.
And look, listen, before you continue, Garcia, if you're gonna say all that shit in the chat, hop your ass on this stream if you got smoke. You understand? I hate when y'all do this shit in the chat. Y'all talk all that shit, and I ask y'all come on the stream. Y'all do all this low blow shit. If you got something to say to J-Mans, damn it, let it be legit and hit that goddamn StreamYard link. You understand? Go ahead.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you good. I can hear you.
I don't know what happened. What were you trying to say?
No, I was seeing that Garcia is in the chat, and he's just like, keep saying, Jordan. I'm like, look, listen, hop your ass on the stream if you got to say that to J-Mans, man.
I got no problem with people saying my real name because after all, that's just my name. So what? I got nothing to hide.
Yeah, I know you have nothing to hide, but I'm just saying, I'm like, look, listen, man, just hop up on the stream if you got something to say. If you got the smoke, just hop up. If y'all ever gonna do this trolling shit or y'all gonna go ahead on the stream talking shit about a fellow panelist, I'm gonna keep asking y'all to come on the stream and I'm gonna call y'all out. Like that's how it's gonna go on the Brownstone Powwow. So I need y'all to understand
I really never had a problem with Garcia except for the fact that I can understand that he's a troll and he can trigger you, and I can understand that. I don't really have a beef with him.
No, you
like,
probably don't, but I'm just saying he could hop on the stream.
I mean, like if he really thinks that I'm really a little bitch, then fine, and think that all you want, but still, it's sticks and stones at this point.
No, don't break my.
I have a thing called common sense, and I plan on using it. I mean, I'm not going to avoid it, unlike some people.
Right, right.
It's not a common thing anymore, so.
Nah, I get that. See, you know what? But going back to the conversation about Arthur, I thought you was mad at Arthur about when he did that 9/11 video. I thought you was mad about that. And it's
well, I'm still mad. Oh, I'm still mad about that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, okay. Here's the thing, Bronze. You're on a public platform, right? YouTube, and then all of a sudden you're making a video about an incident that happened in our country 20 years ago. Like, you know what I mean? You're talking about one of the biggest, travesties that ever happened.
Right.
And yet, for out of nowhere, if all you've got to say, and I'm not talking about you, like, just hear me out, like, in context reference, okay? Mm-hmm. If all you've got to say is that the people in there knew they were going to die, like as if it was pre-planned, and that they were all dummies inside, then I'm sorry. That is completely, unjustifiably wrong.
Oh, he's here now. Peace, Blue Lion. So, my thing about it is this, like, that is an inaccurate. No, I'm agreeing with you because that is an inaccurate. I don't give a damn. You got to say period. Well, I'm gonna still touch on the issue. I mean, you're free to come on and express your vitriol if you want. I'm not doing this to cause a beef, but if you feel that strongly, if y'all want to have a conversation, you're more than welcome to. But going back to what I'm saying, so the 9/11 thing, first of all, I live in New York, so I remember when it happened. Okay, like I was in school when it happened. Like I remember the exact day, I remember the exact time. It was like 8 in the morning. You know what I mean? And I just remember looking outside. Like I got a call. They got a call about it. It was on the news and everything. And we went outside. And like, living in a metropolis, you can't really see a lot because there's so many buildings. So there was a railroad track next to my school too. So when I had looked outside, it was just smoke all in the air. Like smoke just like going right in the sky. And I was just like, what the hell happened? What the hell happened, right? And I was a kid. So I had seen that. And so they had said the first tower came down. And on the news, they had just seen some random, like, helicopter that just went, like, boom. Not a helicopter, it was a plane that went boom into the second building. So I just remember that, and I just was like, wow. Like, obviously, I wasn't exactly trying. I just didn't understand what it was. You know what I mean? You're just thinking as a kid, you're like, I'm just going to school. I'm not even really thinking about what the hell is going on right now. And it's just like, yo, like, what the fuck? So basically I got picked up by my parents. And so like the whole day was just like the city was just in turmoil. I just remember like the next 2 to 3 days, it just was like complete devastation. Like just like really sad. So hearing that in which they say people knew they was going to die, I disagree with that. Now, there was people that fell out the building. There was people out there that risked their life not to get crushed by the building. And so I remember it was this institution I went to. I think it was institution I'm talking about. I think it was church. And I saw that there was people that actually lost their family members from 9/11. So to me, saying that people knew that they were going to die, that's a false statement. Mm-hmm. I have to say that straight up. If Blue Line, you did say that, I disagree with you on that. I don't believe people knew that they was going to die. Now, if you want to get into that external stuff, whether you're talking so-called conspiracy theories and this, that, and the third, I'll agree with you with certain things, because there are certain things that seem a little bit shaky in terms of 9/11. It just does. It's certain things just does not make sense. And then at the same time, the same day, they said that there was a plane that crashed into the Pentagon But then when it was found out, they couldn't find the plane. That was in Washington, D.C. So how was it that there was all these simultaneous attacks, but you can't find a plane in Washington, D.C.? You know what I mean? So that's why I say if you're going to go off of that narrative, Blue Line, and I'm talking directly to you, bro, I disagree with that sentiment. I can't agree with that. I can't agree with the fact of the matter that people knew that they was going to die. The plane wasn't fake, Blue Lion. It wasn't fake. Now, if you want to talk about it blew up and there was some type of switch or some button that was pressed, I can agree with you on that. I can see exactly where you're coming from, but to tell me that the plane was fake, the plane wasn't fake. That was real. Okay? That nothing, and bro, you're talking, you don't have to apologize, Blue Line, but I'm saying, like, I was there. Like, even if I didn't see the plane itself, I seen the smoke come out that building. All right? So you're talking to someone who's from New York, so I know what happened. So that's my odds on that, but yeah, I mean, that's it on that, but, you know, whatever. But listen, and again, this is another warning. If y'all gonna talk all that shit in the chat, hop y'all ass on the panel and say what y'all need to say. I'm not doing this fucking back and forth shit in the chat. Talk about what you need. Get your shit off on the panel. We ain't gonna do this all night. So otherwise than that, I'll keep it at that. But it was just a crazy ass week. You know what I mean? And I just was like, whoa, these panels. And I'm not gonna lie, I like to, you know how I get. I like to go on panels and joke and be funny and, you know, J-Man,
spread your feathers.
You know, spread my feathers, just fly into those panels. You know what I mean? Sometimes my feather might come off and it be left in the panel. Somebody tries to ruffle my feathers and I gotta get gully on them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
You know what I mean? So I mean, no, it's all fun and games, you know. And I besides this, I talked about this on my panel the other week. Guys be coming on a panel trying to start with me, and I'll be lost because I'll be like, why? Like, all I said was have a conversation and say something, and guys would be like, "You're such a this, you're such a that." They'll call me names. I remember, I think it was last Saturday. Yeah, it was last Saturday. Last Saturday, some guy randomly hops on the stream, and we're having a conversation about women, and this guy calls me a misogynist. And I'm just sitting here like, how am I a misogynist if I'm on a woman's panel? I'm not insulting her. I'm not looking down on her because she's a woman. I'm just having a conversation.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with y'all? Like, what y'all lost? Like, and the guy was like, J-Man's, when I tell you this guy was like full throttle trying to come at my neck, I gave it a couple of seconds and I was like, okay, now I'm about to roast you. You know what I mean?
Wow. Oh,
like,
I see what you're saying, man. It's just some people that want to push your buttons and then try to get you to react. You know, that's the whole point. Is see if it's someone that's intentionally doing it just to piss you off, then they're doing their job right. That's just it.
But it's not like I really get triggered. Like I just get confused and I don't like it when I'm like talking and you're directly talking over me while I'm talking. Just to like directly insult me. Like let me get my shit off so that I can say what I have to say. You know what I mean? Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's up? I'm on the mobile sec because I'm not gonna be on my computer because I'm in a call. So, Brownsbury, yeah, I can agree to you exactly, but like, you know, I was not trying to make people mad on that video, but no offense to these idiots. Move off that 9/11 shit. Grow the fuck up. And I'm talking to this idiot over there.
Oh, Lord.
The way
you
expect people to move on from an incident. You expect people to move on from an incident that ruined their lives forever. I mean, it's not a thing you could just easily get rid of, Arthur.
I don't need advice from you.
I'm not giving you advice. I'm just telling you facts.
Well, bro, explain yourself. Just don't say, "Oh, I don't need advice from you." Explain it. Elaborate. This was what the Brownstone was about. Elaborate what you're saying.
All right. I mean, the reason I did that video so like people be aware because the media was lying years ago. You know, like they was not telling the full truth. But of course, people who are sheep like to get in their little feelings, of course, and not understand. They take things out of context. Because, oh, you said this exactly. Jeez Louise, for real.
But don't you
Well,
think it's obvious,
yeah.
Arthur, that people got mad at you because a majority of the people that you know live in New York and they, suffered the side effects of losing family and friends over there in the Twin Towers when that happened? I mean, don't you ever think that was the reason why people got upset with you because of, that certain statement you made? I mean, like, I'm not trying to shout at you or nothing. I mean, I'm just pointing out the obvious. I mean, when you start making stuff like that, then people are going to get pissed. And even if you don't care, then guess what? That's the problem. You have to realize that at the end of the day, people died that day and people's lives were changed that day forever. Whether you say or you reveal that it's fake or not, bottom line, it's wrong to think that all that was all staged, especially the people inside that were dummies.
No, I said the operation was set up was a fake. That was, but of course, y'all take things out of context because you don't want to listen.
So wait, you think the operation set up by terrorists was fake?
Because yes, the government and them was all working together. Hello, you put the pieces together, but obviously y'all don't want to hear that.
But that doesn't make any sense. Why would terrorists make a fake, attack? That doesn't make any logical sense.
Because the government and them all work together. If you can't figure out, well, I have nothing else to tell you.
It's not a matter of
wait. Let's slow down. Okay, this is what okay. If you're going to explain something, explain it thoroughly. Don't just say, oh, well, if you don't get it, I can't tell you. Explain to JMANz, why do you feel that way? Why do you know that information? Why do you know that the government set people up when it came to 9/11 and all these random attacks? Why is that? Explain to JMANz why he might be considered a sheep or this, that, and the third. Explain it.
Oh, definitely, because they planned this for years ago. Because, there was prediction from TV shows and video games. I mean, heck, a lot of stuff that happened is predicted. It's
okay,
exactly.
Arthur. Let me tell you, if you're just gonna go by the innuendos of certain things in video games and movies and this, that, and the other, and especially over someone's, conspiracy video like that follows the same path as you. I'm sorry, that guy again, that is not your analysis. That's another man's analysis. Okay? I mean, I've been trying to tell you this for months and months and months to try and find something yourself. Instead, you're using another man's content and stuff to, help, back up whatever it is you're trying to reveal that is the truth. I mean, have you ever considered of thinking stuff and explain it in your own vocabulary?
I'm not going by what another man says. I just know for a fact, because I looked into this years ago, that it was all set up anyways. If you're going to go by what the media says, and you're too stupid to realize, Jay.
Wait, I'm not trying to say that I'm going by what the media says. I'm just simply telling you that.
Who did Osama bin Laden work for? Didn't the CIA sponsor him to beat the Soviet Union?
You do have a good point. You definitely have a good point there, Shorts.
Of course, you got a good point because he's on the panel to help you. To be honest with you, I wasn't aware of the media and the politics because I was too young, regards to Osama bin Laden or nothing. But as I grew older, I knew more. I grow more about it and search it up. But at the same time, again, I'm just wondering how can that attack in 9/11 be fake and staged by terrorists? Because, as if it were, an illusion or whatever. How is that all fake?
Have you seen the footage of the exact moment of impact?
I've seen the footage multiple times. What is that? I mean, again, how?
Have you seen it in slow mo? How it looks right before it hits the building. There's a little glitch in their computer editing. It seems like, I don't know.
What, like a CGI?
Yeah, something like that.
Correct. Yep.
It could have been, it could have been they just sent in a missile, and they already had bombs inside the building to bring the whole thing down.
I mean, can I also add, say that George Bush, of course, was was part of the secret society, of course, Skull and Bones and stuff.
Who?
All of them.
Who was?
Yep. George Bush and them.
Yeah, all of them are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that'll be getting into then sororities and a covenant and the Masonic order and the fraternities and all that other stuff. I mean I loosely touched on that before, but like fuck it. I mean, you know what I mean. Like all of that is interconnected, of course.
Yes. Yeah, because George Bush knew exactly. They knew, because like I said, they all worked together.
Well, let me say this. Let me say to JMANz. So JMANz, I think what they're alluding to, and which I would always recommend, if we're gonna pull out this information, we got to do a good job of creating, knowing we can cite these sources in case we want to give them that information. So the thing about it that they're alluding to is predictive program. You know what predictive programming is?
I really don't know what predictive programming is.
Okay.
I mean, I know about predicting and predictions, but not predicting programming.
So let me explain what predictive programming is. Predictive programming is when they use imagery or they use like illusions in films, the media, or whatever, where they're warning about a collision or a calamity that's about to happen. So what they're expressing and what they're talking about in regards to 9/11 is that they had something in the 1990s, I believe 1995, where they had something called the New World Order cards. And these are game cards where they predict a lot of things like famine, inflation, the snowflake culture, in which it's sensitive when you say certain things, right? And so when it comes to the 9/11 thing, there is something where it has a demolition of a building. So that's one thing. There's also numerous films or album covers where they show a plane next to the Twin Towers. So that the idea of predictive programming is usually seen, and you can look this up too. Usually a lot of people these days, when they talk about predictive programming, if you look on Instagram, they usually are talking about The Simpsons, because The Simpsons does it a lot. So basically it's to give you the idea that something is about to happen or something is bound to happen. Like they predicted like the and I'm trying to be careful on words. So when I say this word, I'm telling y'all I'm saying it for a reason. The coronavirus was going to happen. That Karina was going to come in and it was going to be this whole entire problems that was going to happen in society.
Correct.
So that's the idea that he's getting at, and that's the concept of predictive programming. So then when people like him or Garcia say it, then they're being called conspiracy theorists and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? So that's predictive programming.
So what you're saying is it's all a bunch of conspiracy theories. Is that it?
No. They get called conspiracy theorists. The thing about it is that they just recognize that the patterns of these random media showings of, like, let's say, if you was in the 1980s or the early 1990s before 2001 came along and the Twin Towers dropping happened, they recognized it from the TV programs or recognized it from all those cards or whatever it was that was depicting that. Like, it gave you a heads up. It was a foreshadow, basically, that it was gonna be bound to happen.
Yeah, I remember back in the days, there even used to be like a lot of people that used to wear shirts of like the Pentagon with almost like a target sign or something like that.
Yep. I mean, because a lot of stuff they predict, like, oh, Kobe Bryant, all this stuff, like they predicted that stuff, like it was gonna happen like way back then, like on these TV shows and movies, like the certain stuff was gonna happen. And guess what? In a couple more years, it came true automatically. So that's no suspicious right there.
Yeah. So that's just to give you a grand scope of, you know, what that is. You know what I mean? What that, you know what I mean? And you know, then there was a guy from that went on an NFL track, I believe in 2005, that was just like it was an inside job. So that was just the perspective, and they do it all the time. So it's not I mean, I think today's movies and films is more overt. It's not even, they're not even trying to hide it no more. Like, it's more overt. So I mean,
they hide anything anymore.
They don't try to hide it. So it's just like, this is it. This is what it is. So you understand it. But it's like, for these type of information, this is why we gotta be careful with the name calling. I don't try to call people sheep unless, or you know, because certain people out there try to, like, nowadays people out there try to claim themselves as woke, and they don't know what they're talking about. They like, and not to make this a race thing, but it usually gravitates into race as well. You know, wokes feel empowered that they can go to a Black Lives Matter protest and curse out a white person. And it's like, well that doesn't mean shit. Like, you're just being racist for no reason. You're not woke. Nothing about you is woke. You're just saying nonsense, and you're just glad to, like, curse out a white person. It doesn't mean anything. But to those that understand it and those who study, they know, like, yo, this is what they put on TV. This is what they were talking about. This is what they did. This is what they are doing now. So, I mean, there's a lot that I could really say is going on in a specific period in time. That could be a whole entire lesson I can do on a Brownstone powwow. But I mean, tonight is just a free flowing conversation. So I don't mind if it goes into that or whatever y'all want. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of, like, you get more flack for saying things like this than you are honored for it. Because a lot of people don't want to get into that conversation because they're going to think you're weird. You know what I mean? It's like you're being excommunicated.
Yep.
It's like you're being excommunicated from speaking about it because you might be in the know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like perfect example. When I went food shopping this week, right? Like, I noticed the shelves are becoming empty, but like they try to cover up the shelves with more and more food. I've noticed that. But like I said, it's like the truck drivers are gonna stop soon. They're gonna stop eventually. Watch. You're not gonna even see what happens. It's gonna happen.
Well, that, and then you have to get into the conversation about automation. That is something also we got to talk about, because I've seen that plenty of times. Like, automation is going to be something that's real in society, you know. But yeah, like that's just the basic concept. But that's why I was just like, maybe Jordan just didn't know, so we gotta just be careful. Be like, well, you're all sheep, you know what I mean? We gotta be careful. I mean, because you just don't know. There's certain people who's just willfully ignorant, and they just be like, oh, well, you know, you're just saying shit just to say shit, and it's just like, well, how do you know that? Allow me to tell you what's going on, and if you don't believe me from there, that's on you. Yeah, Garcia, I just seen you unmute again.
No, I agree. I mean, like, perfect example. Like, you know, I said the food shortage was gonna happen. Oh, I get a lot of flack for that. I mean, come on now. I mean, the reason why the truck drivers are gonna stop soon because look what's going on. Pay attention. Don't pay attention to the media. The media is gonna lie to you. They're gonna push agendas left and right. That's all they're gonna do.
You understand, JMANz? You get it?
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I get it. I mean, the reason why I'm not, the thing is, I didn't come on here to fight with anybody, and I didn't come here to shout at anybody because, one, I just got through dying laughing, you know, just because of a joke. And no, you weren't the butt of it, Arthur, this time. So there you go. So that way you don't have to worry yourself.
No, we good.
No.
It's all good.
But I will say, though, at the end of the day, the only thing that was upsetting about what you made in the video saying is that the attack was fake. That was it. Because at the end of the day, how can attacks be fake? I mean, I get it. COVID has gotten to a point where, you know, like we are, you know, in a state of mind, like we don't know what kind of a version of the virus they're going to produce this time, whether it's a new way to, you know, brainwash us. But at the same time, we don't even know what's going on anymore. It's true that like, you know, when it comes down to the mainstream media and social media, they can, you know, twist and bend narratives. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to things like 9/11, there's some boundaries you just cannot, you know, like cross and say that it was, that was all fixed, from the, like there were dummies inside or whatever. I mean, if you were gonna say it, you could have worded it differently. But I'm not saying it, just to give you what you would say advice. But what I am saying is just that, it's just, again, is just, ever thought taking into consideration of what you could have said, not said.
True that. I forgot what the hell I was.
And besides,
what's up?
To give you all a true story, one of my associates who I work with on a podcast I got done working with just a couple hours ago, okay? He has an uncle who, who survived the 9/11 attack and all that. However, to this day, his uncle has to be on a respirator because of the aftermath, because of, what it caused.
Well, a lot of people from that 9/11 site had developed cancer, and there was like a big lawsuit, I believe, in 2015 or something like that, by people who was experienced cancer, because there was people that was still dying from the after effects. So yeah, I understand what you mean. There was people who had cancer.
And why would they get cancer? Did they die from like certain chemicals they put in there?
Just the chemicals,
or because a building, I don't know. Usually the old buildings usually just have lead paint or something like that.
No,
but all these people are getting these crazy ass diseases because they break.
But in my belief though, it was the chemicals though. So the thing about it is you're inhaling that when you're trying to run away from the building, and we're talking about smoke for about 10 to 15 blocks. You know what I mean? So you're automatically still inhaling that, and it's not healthy chemical. Well, you're not getting the proper oxygen. You're getting all the smoke, and then you're getting all the chemicals that's coming from that building. The explosion plus that. So yeah, they developed cancer from that.
That's why my friend's uncle is still on a respirator.
Yeah.
And how long was he exposed?
Don't know for how long, but it was long enough for him to be on, to use a respirator.
Yeah. Word up. So.
I can't. I'm not precise with the timing. You never said.
Yeah, but
I don't. But he has no reason to lie to me.
Yeah, but he was just exposed to it basically. But
yes,
yeah, that's the main thing. But on a brighter note, Saturday, I feel good. I was, what I was gonna get into this week though, guys? I was gonna get into about diets, about like the veganism and shit. I was gonna get into that this week, and then there was a couple of other topics I was gonna get into. But y'all got the floor, and anything y'all want to share if y'all want.
And I wasn't gonna stay here for long. I was gonna pop in for a few minutes, and then this conversation started. And besides,
no problem. Yeah.
And besides, I got no issues with you, Bronzebird. It's just that again, despite what happened with regards to other things, like again, I'm not trying to bring stuff to your channel for no reason. But if you're gonna ask me a question, I'm gonna answer to my most honest as I can be.
Well, JMANz, we cool. I'm not expecting.
Oh, I know. I know.
Cool.
I know.
That's why I told you I invite you to the private streams, bro. We cool.
I know. That's why I said that. If you ever want to ask me something, by all means, I got no problem with answering it on air. To be honest.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt, definitely, bro. Like I said, you're always welcome here. So you know what it is. All right. So yeah, just I don't have your email. I was trying to get the link together for next week.
Yeah, well,
if you got time, wait, because you do your streams on Friday as well, right?
Yeah, well, actually, I do chill streams, but I'm gonna postpone that until the 7th of January 2022, because I want to start off with a fresh new era.
Okay, cool. So
But either
Maybe
way,
you might be around next.
Hopefully,
week.
the next time you have a powwow, I know. Do you have like a Discord or something like that?
No, I don't have Discord.
I'll tell you what. If you ever think about getting a Discord account and all that, I'll probably send you my username and my code, and then we can friend each other.
Oh yeah. I keep hearing about Discord. Everybody's like, "Oh, get a Discord," and blah blah blah. I don't. I was trying to ask people like, well, how do you go about Discord? Like, what is it mainly about?
Yeah.
Trying to understand. I feel like an old man trying to learn technology, even though I'm engulfed in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is crazy, but of course, bro.
But anyway, I'll catch you guys. I'll catch you later, man. And again, I got nothing to hide, and again, I'll see you later, man.
Peace. All right.
So you're a vegetarian or what, Bronze?
Nah, I just try to eat cleaner, but just this whole thing I'm seeing with like a lot of these like companies and stuff like that, they're trying a lot of shit. And the thing about it is like you seeing these fake ass meats that they got in these stores. Like I remember I was going to a supermarket and I saw they had that Beyond Meat or Impossible Burger patty, and it had like mold in it, like one shot of mold. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? So
Right. Well, I was looking at this article real quick. I was gonna talk about that the new health food is gonna be actually meat, because a lot of people, I don't know, have you heard that? Have you been hearing that? That say that our metabolism works better when we're eating meat rather than oats and certain grains and stuff like wheat.
Yeah. I hear about that, right? And the thing about it is people are so damn crazy in this society. They're trying to put pets on the same diet. I'm like, you cannot put a pet on the same diet. I seen this so-called white woman try to put a wolf dog or a fox dog or fox or a damn dog. I don't know what type of breed of dog it was. It was a dog. And she was feeding that dog a vegetarian diet. That dog looked so skinny. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you feeding your dog? Like, you can't give dogs the same things we eat like that. You can't put them on a vegan diet. You're an idiot. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's some crazy ass shit, man. Like, I was just like, yeah, but that's the stuff that goes on. People are crazy and they think they can make their life choices the same as their pets, and it's like, no. And then these fake meats that they have out here, that's why I tell people, you gotta read those ingredients, man. Like, I know they put a lot of fuck shit in the meat, but at the same time, you gotta know exactly what you're getting. You know what I mean? So, that's cautious stuff that I like to say. Kicking it. Hold up. Hey, Joey, if you're still here, hit the link so we could talk about the hoses winning concept.
So you're still living over there in New York or what?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Do you got anywhere to grow food? Or what would you do if shit hits the fan to survive?
Fucked. I'm pretty much fucked. I mean, like, I tried to look for, like, gardens around my area, like, and I was even trying to take, like, I was trying to find where you can start composting and this, that, and the third, just to see what I can do with it. But there's, like, barely any gardens around my area. The farming stuff that they have, they don't have farmers markets like that. Like, it's sporadic. So they might have it one time or two to three times in a year, and then that's it. So you don't know when you're going to catch it.
And then where you live, space is pretty precious, huh?
Yeah, there's like completely all buildings, streets. You know what I mean? Like completely like metropolis. So it's building on tops of buildings on top of buildings. So like, you know what I mean? Like that's how it is.
And you've never lived like in another suburbia or
I did
in the country?
No, I lived in the suburbs before. I did. Yeah, I did. But the thing about it is like it was like it wasn't far from a mall. And then it's like, you know, there was railroad stations like down the road, like probably about 2 to 3 miles of railroad station. No, not 3 miles, probably like a mile or so, because it didn't take that long to get there. But like, yeah, I lived in the suburbs before.
And let me ask you another question. Why the hell do you stay right there? Is it like your family or because of family?
Oh, it's just for right now until I'm just like, you know, feeling better in a comfortable position to want to move to somewhere else and just like, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? So it's just about thought. It's just about planning and then trying to just understand where I'm trying to go. So, yeah, like I said, I have no problem. I'm like, yo, I'll move the fuck out of here. No problem. That's what it's leaning towards too at this point.
It's getting ugly.
It is. It's been, but the thing about it, it's been getting ugly out here. Like that's why, you know, we can say, oh, it's the dopest city, this, that, and the third, but at the same time, like it's always been shit, like pretty much. And so you gotta just know where to go and stuff like that because it's ridiculous. It's just like I got mad the other day because I was like, yo, why is it $5 for a juice, man? $5 for a juice, and it was like $15 for a whole lunch. I was like, hold on. No. That's not even what got me mad. What got me mad was like fucking $6 for a chocolate bar. Fuck inflation. This is really how it is in the city. And I'm like, bro, it doesn't. Why would I pay $6 for a fucking chocolate bar? Are you kidding me? It doesn't even make any sense. Like, that's how it really is, and it's ridiculous. Like, I don't even understand why they price stuff the way that they do. But that's how they are. They price it, and then let's say you want to get groceries. I guess inflation is involved in this. But then it's just like the other day, I only pick up 4 items. It's already like $25. And the quantity is not even that big. It's pretty much small, but it's like $25. Like, whoa.
Oh, yeah, they keep on taking away the amount in each item.
They overprice it. They overprice the item, and you sit there and you're like, whoa, this is not even that serious. Like, what the fuck? Why is it that much for this? Yeah. Especially if you get vegan shit. If you get vegan stuff, that joint is ridiculous, man. I didn't see stuff that was like, what was it like? I seen oat milk. Oat milk was like $7. That's why. But the great thing about me is I try to at least learn how to cook things on my own. You know what I mean? Or try to make stuff on my own so I don't have to really splurge out at the supermarket. The only thing I'm missing is probably seeds. And pretty much a ground that I can make space to go ahead and grow some veggies or some fruits and stuff like that. I know a friend that does. They grow their own like fruits and veggies and stuff like that. They on that whole entire alkaline diet stuff.
Well, you know that maybe you should get into growing quail.
Growing what?
Coturnix quail, Japanese. It's a Japanese bird, and it's a growing market, dude. It's gonna be like pretty much the new chicken, because they're
quail.
They're more efficient.
You talking about quail as in the bird?
Yeah.
Quail, and they have those quail eggs that's small as hell.
Yeah, they're like small and have like little brown spots.
Yeah, and it's blue.
Yeah, there's some of them that are blue. Yeah, those are called Stellodons. But and those are the fancy ones that white people eat and stuff. But they're actually very healthy, man. They're actually medicinal. They lower high blood pressure, prevent diabetes. They say they prevents cancer and stuff. And the meat is high in vitamin, higher than any other meat. I think the highest content of vitamin C. So it has all kinds of good things that are good for you and stuff. But
yeah, I heard about quail. I mean, obviously, when it comes to the market, especially if you're talking about Japanese or Asian, they always have like meats and all that other stuff that's priced and supposed to have all these benefits. Like I think something like Wagyu or something like that. That steak, they have that and they serve that for like thousands of dollars, and I'm like, holy shit, man! Like that's too much.
Yeah, here's some people that are even like trying to raise them like organically now and all this. But I was hearing that the new thing is gonna be like if you're like getting into raising animals, the new thing is gonna be feeding them hemp seed and that one Peruvian grain called what is it called? Quinoa or quinoa?
Yeah.
Quinoa? Quinoa, yeah. I guess they're gonna, if you feed that to animals, it makes their meat and like their fat richer, more like in like a high in omega 3s and omega 6s, so it's healthier and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I mean, me personally, the only thing I stay away from when it comes to food, I stay away from pork and I stay away from seafood, depending on what it is. If it's bottom feeders, I stay away from that. You know, I don't deal with
what
that.
about because I remember I used to watch movies from back in the days of Chicago and all those cities over there, and like there used to be people raising pigeons in their roofs.
No.
Does that happen or what?
No, the only bizarre thing that I've ever saw. All right, you know those like Indians? We call them ox over here. So you know those Indian Southeast Asian people? They do wild shit like, okay, you ever heard of halal food? Garcia? Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
What's
hear
that?
You never heard of halal food, right?
Nah.
Okay, so it's like a dish where it's like rice, vegetables, and they have like lamb as the meat. But then you can also get like chicken and you can get like something else. So the only bizarre thing I've ever saw was that there was this Indian guy in his cart that cut off a pigeon's head and basically chopped off the pigeon. And I don't know what the hell he used it for, but he probably used that as a meat to put that in that halal food. And these are street vendors, okay? They have little trucks that they sit in all day, and randomly you just see a guy with a machete trying to cut off a pigeon's head and kill it, and then put it inside a halal food.
I used to eat pigeon in Mexico, dude.
What the fuck? You dead serious?
Yeah, man. My grandma used to like catch them like with a box, pretty much. You know, the classic one with a little string or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get them, and then she would cut their wings and start feeding them chicken feet.
Wait a minute. So wait. So and then when it came to pigeon, y'all would fry it and stuff or bake it?
Yeah, you just barbecue it like if it's chicken, man, like put it on some charcoal, and it tastes like chicken.
It tastes like, well, it's bird. So I mean, they would. I don't know. They would probably have. Listen, I've never had anything outside of chicken. And by the way, Azor, get your lame ass out of here, bro. I still got smoke with your ass, boy. What's good though? Anyway, well, peace, D Scott. What's going on? So I mean, like,
and you just make tacos out of it, man. Like, or
pigeon meat tacos. That's crazy. Yeah. I've never had anything crazy. Well, I can't call it crazy because different cultures, they have different things. But yo, I've never had nothing crazy like that, man. Like, I'm stuck to regular old food. Like just. If I ever say anything exotic, probably like calamari or something like that. Calamari or something like that, but nothing too crazy.
The French actually consider baby pigeons a delicacy.
It's a lot of stuff they consider a delicacy that I can remember. But I mean, like, they used to, like, you know, even today, all of the main, like, things you consider. Because you know how it is with American food. American food, like, they stick to it. That's them. That's what they eat. But then if you go to other places around the world, they have more bizarre food out there. I mean, it's Andrew Zimmern covered this when I was growing up. Andrew Zimmern, he used to be the one eating animal testicles and then eating like fucking bugs and all that. And you used to be sitting there like, how the hell y'all eat this shit? You know?
When you're fucking hungry, you'll pretty much eat whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, right?
And it will taste good.
Well, I mean, because your appetite is gonna be like, you're not gonna really be thinking about what everything is. You're gonna just be like, I need to eat for survival. So you're not gonna be thinking about that as much. But like I can't see. I've been regular when it comes to food. I guess I still am chicken shit when it comes to trying new food, because I'm just cool with where I'm at. I'm just like I'm fine with what I eat. You know what I mean? Like think just the other day I had some flounder fish and I really liked it. I was like, yo, fish is good. That's good. I just hate when people try to say, oh, you shouldn't eat fish because it did.
I've seen some people, they're like in big cities, do like that rooftop farming stuff, like in pots and stuff. Does anybody around you do it?
Wait, what you mean? Pot? You said pots?
Yeah, just have pots up in the rooftops and stuff, and like, you know what I mean? Like a little garden.
Probably no. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. You have those people that might live like those bohemian people, those people that listen to like indie music all day. Like they might find a spot on their roof and start farming and stuff like that. And then there's Whole Foods. Whole Foods did this. Well, it's not the same thing. It might be the same thing. It might not. They started doing some type of like solar panels or something like that in their Brooklyn location. And I think they did have some type of garden that they build on a roof. So there's people out there that do have some type of garden, or they'll start cooking and shit. But I mean, that's as far as it goes. I've never been to one, but I know people who have. Like I've watched.
Do you even have access to your rooftop?
Yeah, I do.
Huh.
I do, but I mean, nobody goes up there. Like, you know, like I probably went up there for fun just to check shit out, but nobody really goes up there. You know what I mean? And, you know, certain people try to go in the conventional way, go up the stairs, and then an alarm goes off. But I would never fucking try to farm on my roof. Hell no. You're fucking bugging. I would never farm. I'd never farm up there. What the hell? Because, like, this is... I'll be selfish and make stuff for myself, but I'm just like, I don't trust the area like that to be farming on a roof, you know?
Or you could have pigeons, dude, and have like have them be sending some kind of drug and stuff, messenger pigeons.
I'm gonna have a bunch of brown boxes, and then when I hear a tap, I'm gonna just pull the box down and then make some pigeon tacos afterwards. I'm gonna fry that shit in the pan. Like, I'll probably use like Crisco. I'll probably use like Crisco and some oil and just like fry that shit up. You see like gray feathers all over the place, yo.
Hey, what happened to he was supposed to come back?
Who? The
pigeon? The delivery pigeon?
Yeah, delivery pigeon was playing messenger and got his wings clipped, yo. we don't even care no more. It was like, oh, that was a good pigeon. It was like, what happened to it? It just disappeared, man. It's not here no more, yo. Nah, but
yeah,
I mean,
dude.
You see people out there, but this is the thing too. It's the ones that piss me off the most is the PETA people, because the PETA people do too fucking much. Like, you go outside, right? Let's just say you just got off the subway. You just get off the subway. You see them with a black TV, and then all of a sudden they have all these like videos of like chickens getting stabbed up. And then like pigs getting stabbed up, and then you hear the oink oinks and the screams, and it's just like, shut the fuck up. Like, you see me commuting, right? You see me commuting, mind my own business. Why would you show me that shit? Like, why are you trying to make a statement about killing animals when we've been killing animals since the dawn of time? This is even biblical. They got that in the Bible. They killed animals and used the animals for sacrifice. I mean, a goat is a classic example. You know, so that's one thing that pisses me off if they get into that doctrine about animal killing and all that other stuff. It's like, it is what it is.
It's gonna happen.
Right. Like, you can't stop it. I mean, yeah, I can understand certain practices is fucked up, and the fact of the matter that you drug them up with chemicals, that's fucked up. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, people who've been doing that since the dawn of time.
And how come they're not protesting? Have you noticed they haven't gone out to protest Fauci for what he was doing to those poor dogs?
Yeah, doing what he did to the dogs. Because they're they're programming Fauci to be a fucking hero. And I'm like, Fauci's a piece of shit. Yeah. Fauci out here lying. Fauci out here sitting up there like I can't understand how you gonna do that to a dog. Like you gonna go ahead and have those like bugs fucking eat his face, yo. Like how do you do that? And it's like, oh, we were just testing it in the lab and blah blah blah. Like no.
And then testing it on the beagle. You know why they those beagles are usually tested in scientific places? Yeah, they usually use beagles. Those dogs that breed.
Oh, beagles. Okay, yeah. Why do they use beagles? What's special about beagles?
I guess they're like the most trustworthy of people and shit. The dogs that are the most trustworthy and you know what I mean, the most loyal.
Okay.
So I guess they could keep on doing it to him, and they're gonna be like, oh, maybe like next time he'll be kind of nice to me or something.
Well, you know what I want to know. What did they?
Less chance of them getting bit by a beagle, I guess.
But this is the thing. This is the thing, though, Garcia. I wonder if they use a beagle for the Pavlov's theory. Did they use the Ivan Pavlov? Did they use a beagle for the Pavlov thing?
I'm not sure.
Because I mean, if we're talking about dog experiments, I mean, I figured that they was gonna use I thought they was gonna use something like a German Shepherd or something. Because you know they use certain dogs for military practices or the police force. So I don't know if it still would go hand in hand, but shit.
Those motherfuckers are too smart, dude. There's even been cases of like German Shepherds now reported recently that were being used as crowd control against all these all the mandates and all the protests going on in Europe. Yeah. That the dogs were turning on the police officers because they actually knew that it was like the police were being the aggressors.
Yeah, that's why you never doubt animals.
Yeah, they have their own sense.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you never doubt animals, because certain people try to say certain characteristics that animals are dumb. They're not dumb at all. Yep. They don't think like humans. Like, I mean, there's a lot of shit that goes with it. They try to say they did it with dogs, they did it with birds. That's why they got that term dodo bird and stuff like that. I mean, if you look at the way that a crow is, a crow can figure out how to puzzles like that. And then it's like a couple of other animals that's like they try to regulate into being dumb or slow, and it's like no, they're not slow. So why they're like, and especially if you're talking about a German Shepherd, dogs are obedient to their masters. Certain degrees.
I used to own a German Shepherd, and yeah, he was pretty smart.
Right.
I mean, like one time we were like outside of the house. And a school bus of kids got off the bus there. I think they were like middle school or something, or high school or something. And the kids started getting closer to my house, and all of a sudden, this motherfucker takes off running, trying to attack him. And the only thing that I ever taught him was his name and how to sit down. And I screamed and he did it, dude. And I was like, damn, man. I got fucking saved the fucking lawsuit or something.
Yeah, because they were going to be on your ass about that. And they'd be like, oh, my dog. Yeah. Certain breeds of dogs, you got to definitely be careful. In my neighborhood, people just don't give a fuck. If they have a pit bull or they have a certain dog that's demeaned as, the mean dog that'll bite your dog or kill your dog, they let it off the fucking leash. They got chains. They'll hold chains on it. The chains would be a leash for the dog. I'd be like, yo, you can't be going around the neighborhood with these dogs just off the leash like that, and you're not being responsible. What if this dog bites me in my leg, yo?
You're fucked.
Peace, nicer. But and that's the thing. Certain people, and that's the problem. Like, people just don't care. So I mean, that's why the Metropolis thing is so fucking crazy. I mean, they have getting back to what we were talking about earlier, try to look for the gardens. Because that's the only serenity you're going to find in that neighborhood. I mean, of course, then you're going to have all the stores and all that other shit, but it just depends on what neighborhood it is. And then you got to realize, too, they're grimy with real estate out here. So they're sitting up there buying up those gardens and being like, you got to get out of here because we're doing something with that property now. So as shicey as they come, I don't know where the hell to get the food sources from. I looked online. I look all different places, man.
I was looking at those videos what's it, Detroit?
Yeah.
It looks like they got a lot of land over there.
Well, they're still sitting up there saying those houses like worth $1, right? No. I don't know. I know real estate was dirt cheap over there because of the fact of the matter that, yeah, I mean, ever since what went down in like the 60s or whatever, or what went down towards society, Detroit was just like, yo, it's a fucking dust hole. Ain't nobody trying to buy it. Ain't nobody trying. It's like people staying there, but like what real estate is out like I don't know. Like real estate is just like pretty bad. Like the houses is $1, allegedly. You know. So I don't know. Like I just want
I'm pretty sure
land. Go ahead.
There's a lot of something to do right there. I don't know, like with agriculture or something, because there's looks like there's grass everywhere growing and stuff.
Grass, but you got to realize also the houses out there, like those houses is like they're like dead and they're like ridden. You know what I mean? So of course there's gonna be all that stuff that's growing out of it, but it's just like damn, like. I mean, shit. I mean, if I get the real estate license, I don't mind going out there. It's just a factor of who would want to move out there. Because now you have to take into different calculations. Location, access to restaurants, food chains, downtown. If you don't have a car, what's the nearest bus stop or what's the nearest train? You know, those are stuff to think about. So how would it play out in Detroit if I'm a real estate broker and I'm going out there and I'm like, okay, just buy this house from me. It's in tip-top shape and this, that, and third. It's in a shitty neighborhood. Like, how is it going to work?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
you trying to get into real estate or you're in it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, I was looking at stuff about like Airbnb because I know there's people out there that can flip Airbnb like rentals. So I mean, I know here in this city, like, you know, people are, you know, people be looking, like a lot of people got to have roommates. So then they look at the real estate market. They be like, okay, let's flip this Airbnb. And then you get in contact with the landlord and you get in contact with the person who is listing the apartment and be like, hey, look, listen, if you can cut me a deal on this, I can help you sell this unit for whatever. And it's an Airbnb and you wind up walking around with a cool K off of that apartment unit. So I mean, I'm looking at different options. I'm just not sure yet. I would, but then it's just like I don't know. I would look into it though.
Cool. Well,
go ahead.
I think I'm gonna let you go and let you finish up doing the show by yourself, and I'll be listening from in the chat. Thanks for letting me talk, man.
No problem. I'll probably play music afterwards. Thanks for coming.
All right, dude. Take care.
Peace. All right. Thank you guys for listening to another Brownstone Powwow. This episode was called, let me put it up on my banner, Bronzebird Night and the Pheasants. Okay. Well, I mean, look, I don't have much, but next week I think I am going to be diving back into my topics. It's been a while. I was talking about dimensional atmosphere, and I was talking about mate determinant. And I think it would be appropriate to bring up mate determinant based on the idea so many people had conversations about hoses winning this week. And so I'm just trying to understand whether brothers want to deal with a hoe or you actually want to be in a committed relationship with a woman. But then you can't really get off the notion if you're going to say, oh, well, all women is hoes and all women is prostitutes. It's not how shit works. I mean, I can understand that a good amount of women is a lot, have an allotment to the thought culture, but I can't really say all women is hoes. So I think it would be appropriate to bring back mate determinant on my Brownstone Powwow series or whatever. But you know, we'll just see about it. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. But otherwise than that, Thank you guys for tuning in to another Brownstone Powwow. This one was entitled again, Bronzebird Night and the Pheasants. So stay tuned. I'll play some music before I get out of here. And that'll be that. So, peace.